Radios Australia.
Alright, part of cruising around is getting a good weather forecast. Here on the west coast of Tassie, and indeed when we were all through northern Australia, there was no coast stations that were broadcasting on VHF, so we had to rely on HF radio, so high frequency. Now those have a greater range because what they do is they bounce radio signals off the ionosphere and they can go over the horizon, whereas VHF is pretty much line of sight. You don't need an HF radio to receive HF weather broadcasts. What you can have is just a fairly inexpensive shortwave radio. We use this little thing and it's got SSB, and that means it can handle single sideband broadcasts. All right, it's got a little button. That's the important bit. A lot of the time they'll just have this little extendable antenna that you're familiar with. Good ones, like this Tecsun, will also have an external antenna that you can plug in. If it doesn't, if you've got a cheaper shortwave radio that you've been gifted or you've already got and you just can't pick up a good signal, what you can do is get a length of wire, preferably over 10 meters, okay, secure it somewhere on your boat. You can even pull it up with a halyard, and on the other end, if you've got an alligator clip, you can just clip it straight to there, and that will be effective. But a lot of the ones like this little Tecsun here, they've got a plug-in antenna, so you can just clip that outside, plug it in, and it extends the antenna. You can get a lot more range with it. What you can do before you leave is most of your meteorological bureaus, they'll publish the times and the frequencies, and they will change depending on the day or night. The frequencies that you'll be able to pick up a weather schedule. So with this one at the moment, I know that our area is broadcasting right now.
Westerly 1 to 1.5 metres, decreasing to around 1 metre during the morning.
So you can hear that that's pretty rough.
Lower east coast, Windward Bay to Tasman Island.
But it's enough for us to hear, okay, on this cheap little unit. And admittedly, some of the HF tuners, they can do a bit better performance, particularly if the antenna and the tuner is really well matched and a high quality bit of gear, but you're talking about thousands of dollars instead of just a couple of hundred. What you'll normally get on a single sideband radio is you've got your main tuning dial here, which is sort of like gross tuning, and that'll select all the stations. And then once you've selected a station, you've got another little fine tuner here. All right, so, and you can hear this. Do you like chipmunks? A normal voice? Or talking to the underworld?
Increasing to 2 to 3 metres offshore. Weather, partly cloudy.
All right, so that's enough that we can get the forecast. And of course, they also pick up FM and AM radio if that's your thing. When we're going to sea, that is definitely part of our safety kit, a shortwave radio.